Hey, what's going on guys, Godstatus here. Today we're going to be looking at the G11 in the test place, which is the new fastest shooting gun in Phantom Forces. The AN-94 when macro shoots 1800, this shoots 2100 rounds per minute. I'm going to showcase that real quick. Hold up, I need to turn on the macro. And macro doesn't want to turn on right now. Give me 1 second, this is kind of awkward. Alright, here we go. Now we can show it off as soon as I find someone. Alright, so this is the new G11 fire rate. It's not going to kill as quick as you're going to expect. It can 5-shot at all ranges, and to be honest, it's not good for all ranges. It's really only good close range, as you would expect with 2100 rate of fire. Luckily, this is one of the guns, which this really surprises me, mind you, that when bursted, it isn't like a complete laser, which I like, because things like the M16A4, the AN-94, things like that, or even like the M4, AK-12, anything that has burst, when bursted properly, or macroed, as you guys can see, has no recoil. So this is really nice to see that they didn't make a gun with this high rate of fire a complete laser beam. I'm really happy about that, so awesome job to them. But this gun is kind of fun to use. Like I said, it's terrible at range. You obviously wouldn't use this on anything outside of like Metro, you know, some warehouse. That's really about it. Using it at range is just useless, 100%, but that's good. It gives the gun a really defined position in the game. The G11 has a really defined position. It is really just close range, that's it, it's done. I like that. It doesn't give it the option to be crazy at a range. Now, this gun does have an auto, like, you can auto the gun, which is kind of cool, but it only shoots like 700 rounds per minute when you're only able to 4-shot super close range. It really isn't worth it. So when you put it on auto, this is kind of what it looks like. So it can be used at range, don't get me wrong, but most of the time you're going to be bursting this because you can just spam left click and that's all you need. There really isn't a .2 auto it. So we're going to put it back on burst, turn the macro back on. No, the macro didn't go back on, timeout. There we go, macro's back, baby. But we're just gonna keep the macro on and we're gonna have some fun with it. I'm also noticing that hip firing is a lot smoother with this gun compared to scoping in, just because the rate of fire is so high. It has such a high initial kick that the camera recoil, more than anything, throws you off a ton. So trying to deal with camera recoil really isn't worth it for me. So that's why I'm gonna be hip firing it a lot throughout this video. But we've got all these new maps on the test place now, which I don't even like half of them, in all honesty. Especially like the one that I've been playing on a bunch, where it's like a bunch of high-rise buildings and like they're connected through like little walking planks and stuff. I don't really like them that much. I wish I can get like Metro on the test place right about now. Would be a lot better. Oh, no, please stay away, buddy. Stop. Okay, we're good. There we go. But yeah, no, this gun is, it's nothing too crazy. Obviously, it has an insane rate of fire. It 4-shots to the torso close range. Using this on like good ping on a map like Metro with a macro, it'll be really fun to use. But I don't think it'll become super annoying because, like I said, outside of a certain range, it doesn't do anything too great. And I like that they really limited that. That's a huge plus because I don't like when these guns have some crazy rate of fire. Like the AN-94 with it. Okay, thank you, macro. The AN-94 with its macro can be used at all ranges, and that's just not good at all. That makes things really bad. But when you have something like this, it's really limited. It does one job and one job only. Really happy with it. I'm not gonna lie, I opened up the test place and I was like, yeah, let's try out a gun for a video today. I clicked on the G11 and I saw the rate of fire. I said, what? 2100? And then, like, in practice, you know, it made a lot more sense once I started using. That's my teammate trying to Desert Eagle trick shot me. Thanks, buddy. I really appreciate that. Spooking me like that. But this map is just, these maps are so weird. I don't really like them. I really wish we could have the default maps in test place. Well, I think we do. It's just, there's so many extra maps being tested that we're not going to see the normal maps as much, which kind of sucks. Not going to lie. Because these ones also kind of suck. I don't know. But honestly, if this G11 does come to the main game, I'm going to be pretty excited about that. Whoo, go away. For a few reasons. It gives me another like super close range gun, kind of like the M231, something that is really only used for like those close range things, and much more, in my eyes, for fun kind of gun, which I'm pretty happy about because, you know, giving anything that is solely based around the purpose of fun rather than, you know, rather than meta changing is also good. Now, I know people are gonna like compare this to the video where I said guns are being added and they're useless. I wouldn't say something like this is useless. This is something that is out of the normal. It's not just another, like, you know, slowly shooting AR. It's something different. It has that insanely high rate of fire, not too high of damage. something a little bit different than what we got, especially since it's burst, which, I mean, burst doesn't really matter because we just make it automatic with the macro. What? Okay, bruh. All right. But it is a little bit different, so I'm happy with that. I could rip on it, of course, and I could complain like I do with a lot of things, but I don't think there's really a reason to. I still think this is something that is out of the normal. It is something that is a little bit different. It has enough of a, like, little spice to it that it doesn't feel the same, is what I'm trying to say here. I'm rambling, dude. I really need to work on my commentating because it's really starting to bother me at times. Macro, stop, bro. Okay. Ooh, oh my, wow. If you really watch your laser when you're shooting this gun, you can see how bad the recoil actually is. Like, if I show here, just for an example, watch where my laser's going. Look at, and there's nothing you can really do to stop that. It is, however, like, if you, ooh, no, stop. Thank you. It is, however, like, if you pull down that initial major jump, it isn't too crazy, especially in, like, the really close ranges. But again, in anything within, like, 30 studs, I'd rather just hip fire it. Like, even this, because the camera recoil is just mad. Ooh, no. At a little bit more distance, it probably is better to scope in, but, oh well. Wow, absolutely potatoed that one, without a doubt. Jesus, bro. We're gonna see if we can push around and catch these few guys that are getting and sitting back here. I mean, what? Bruh, okay, there's so many buildings here and so many entrances and exits. I don't like it. I don't like it. This place has way too much going on, in my opinion. Like, some of the spots are so open, but they feel so cluttered. Like, the tent area, it feels like you're wide out in the open, but there's all, like, these little tents that, like, basically block little bits of line of sight for me, and that just feels really weird. It gives, like I said, it's a weird sense of feeling open and cluttered at the same time, and I don't know how to feel about that, in all honesty. I don't know. I would much prefer something that, you know, it has its designated open spots, but it also has its designated kind of building areas. To me, this is just all over the place. I feel like it has too much of everything in it, where it just doesn't flow as well as I think that whoever made the map would hope it does. Ooh, where's this guy at? Come here. Come here. Thank you, buddy. No. Why are you so close to me? Oh, no. That's terrible. All right. Another thing about this map is that it feels kind of too big. I don't know how big it actually is in, like, real studs or whatever you want to call it. Like, I know Crane Sight or something. There's one map that was, like, over 2,000 studs or something like that, which was, like, way huge. I think that might have been Crane Sight Revamp, which was, like, a huge map. I could be completely wrong on 2,000 studs. I think that's what it was, but it probably wasn't, now that I think about it. But this map just feels big. Like I said, it just doesn't, this isn't like the type of map I would see. However, I am happy that there are so many maps being tested, but maps have been a real touchy topic with Phantom Forces lately. Like, really touchy, because there's been a lot of maps added to the game that not many people like. However, okay, I should say not many of the outspoken community like, whereas a lot of the normal players that aren't involved in, let's say, like the Discord or things like that, aren't really, you know, voicing their opinion. Like, I'm gonna give the example of Mirage because it's something that I spoke with Axis about. I just realized that I'm talking about maps on a G11 video. I don't really care. Something I spoke with Axis about, hello buddy, was the fact that Mirage, the outspoken community, you know, the community that voices their opinion, people like me who, I have people on a YouTube channel and I just ramble about things that bother me because I can. We talk about how much, like, Mirage sucks, we all hate Mirage, blah blah blah, but yet it's always picked. So obviously there's some disconnect between the outspoken community and the community who isn't outspoken. And that's where things get kind of iffy. But it's kind of hard to deal with things when you have, like, a ton of things that are added and not many people like them, blah, blah, blah. It's a whole mess. But I think I'm going to wrap it up here. I think you guys get the main consensus of the G11. And before I go rambling off on more topics that I could save for another video, we're just going to wrap it all up. I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure you test this out. I'll go ahead and I'll drop a link to the test place in the description. But I hope you guys did enjoy. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.